But the Finnish court has changed the court date, which his lawyer, the new lawyer, has confirmed the date and the month of the court trial will begin. Okay, my people. The news, the Gota Media, Nigeria newspapers have been flooding the social media with their fake lies about Simon Ekpa's case, extradition. The headlines of Nigeria newspapers, Vanguard, the Sun, the whatever, all the news Gota Media, they have been coming up with so many lies saying Finnish court has approved Simon Ekpa's extradition to Nigeria. Simon Ekpa will be extradited to Nigeria on this month. This, that. So the lawyer representing Simon Ekpa has come out to debunk the news, and they said that it's fake. They have not, there is no court in Finland that has approved extradition of Simon Ekpa to Nigeria yet. That Simon Ekpa will be appearing in court June instead of May. They have changed the date, the month of his court appearance, which is supposed to take place May next month, but they have shifted it to June 2025. So there is nothing like extradition courts in Finland that has approved extradition of Simon Ekpa. That you must find someone guilty before taking action. That Simon Ekpa has not been found guilty yet. He has not appeared in court yet. So the news of extradition, or the courts in Finland approving extradition of Simon Ekpa to Nigeria, is fake. It's not real, and he has not received any letter or any information regarding that extradition to extradition of Simon Ekpa from Finland to Nigeria. Should disregard all the news, the fake news about the extradition that the court in Finland has approved. You see, that's one thing. If you notice, since the Gota Media, Nigeria Gota Media, has been quiet and trying to come up with lies, you know, to feed their gullibles, you know, of fake news and all that. They have come out. Now, the reason why they came up with this news was because the dates of Simon Ekpa's appearing in court was changed by the Finnish court. You know, he's supposed to, like I said, supposed to appear in court on May, which is next month. But the Finnish court has changed the court date, which his lawyer, the new lawyer, has confirmed the date and the month of the court trial will begin. That extradition of Simon Ekpa to Nigeria is not on the table. And I always say this all the time. You know, for some people that, you know, you go to social media now, those that haters, they have carried the news, flying all over, jumping, reporting rubbish. You know, people forgetting that extradition treaty or extradition right of anybody doesn't just happen within days, weeks. It takes time. So, if they really want to extradite Simon Ekpa, they have to go to court to get court order for extradition of Simon Ekpa. And it takes time. Sometimes it takes years before the extradition of that person will be approved by court. Now, Simon Ekpa has not appeared in court yet on the charges that they leveled against him. He has not appeared in court to defend himself on that. Again, we keep saying this another time. Simon Ekpa is an European citizen. He cannot be extradited to a country like Nigeria, where they know that his life is at danger. Again, Simon Ekpa extradition, I keep saying it, will never take place. It will never happen because Nigeria and Finland, they have no treaty, extradition treaty. They have no that say Finland and the Nigeria government, they have no what do you call it, extradition treaty agreement. So extraditing Simon Ekpa to Nigeria, it will never happen. Even if it will happen, it will take years before all that will be approved. So now Nigeria Gotham Media have carried everywhere. Ask them to show you sites or the news that says the Finland court has approved the extradition of Simon Ekpa. This is what they just came up. And immediately one paper or one person or one blogger carry it, you will see everywhere. You will see everybody that wants Simon Ekpa to be extradited. You will see them start spreading the fake news everywhere. Spreading it like a wildfire everywhere. That Simon Ekpa will face extradition. Simon Ekpa, even some people have already given date, July 15. Some newspaper or some bloggers have said July, after court, July, he will be extradited to Nigeria. It makes me laugh when I see all these things. People out there trying to deceive people, trying to lie because you hate someone. So there is nothing like courts in Finland approving the extradition of Simon Ekpa. The court has not approved nothing. He has not appeared in court. So why are they extraditing him to Nigeria to face charges that was committed in Finland if actually they are saying that he's a terrorist or he has committed terrorism act? You charge the person where the offense took place. That's the same thing Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was facing today. And that's what his lawyers are fighting. Even if they accuse Mazen Nnamdi Kanu of terrorism, of inciting terrorism act and all that, it was done in London, UK here. It wasn't in Nigeria. And that's what the lawyers are trying to, as well, prove to the court. So people coming up with these fake news, trying to deceive some people, a lot of people, is out of order. It's really out of order. But the lawyer has clarified the whole thing, and there's no such news at this moment in time. He has not received any letter or information regarding that extradition trade. That the only information that he has and he has received is the change of date and the month of Simon Ekpa's appearing in court.
The government of Finland, together with the Päijät-Häme District Court, has outrightly insulted Mr. Simon, who happens to be the leader of the USB movement. Yes, the government of Finland has insulted Simon. So the question here is, how did the court of law situated in Finland and the government of Finland throw shades at Mr. Simon, a man held in Kylmäkoski Correctional Center? Well, a couple of days back, we made a briefing and we made a video stating categorically that the court of law in Finland has granted Mr. Simon a tentative bail, meaning that the court of law in Finland has granted Simon bail, a possible bail that will take effect this week. But as we speak, things has changed. The government of Finland, together with the Päijät-Häme District Court, came out yesterday and informed Mr. Simon's lawyer, his new lawyer in the person of Carl Gumeres, that if he wants his client, that is, if he wants Simon to receive a full bail, Mr. Simon needs to fulfill some bail conditions. And in this video, I shall be discussing and exposing the bail conditions enlisted by the government of Finland, so you can see how insults and shades were thrown at Simon. Yes. So let's kick off this video starting with the very first bail condition that Simon must meet before he can gain or receive a tentative bail. Yes, and some of the conditions enlisted by the government of Finland are highly insultive in nature. So let's take a look at these conditions one after the other. The very first one is that Simon must sign a document stating categorically that he is not going to use his social media platform. Yes, that Mr. Simon shouldn't use any social media platform on his devices to post any content, to react to any content, to like any content or whatsoever. Yes, that if Mr. Simon wants to receive a full bail, I should sign a document stating that he will not use his social media platform in any way, shape or form. Yes, this very first bail condition is actually fair. It's not insultive in nature, and we all understand why the court of law would want Simon to sign a document stating that he's not going to use his social media platform to post, react, like, or comment on any particular activity on the net. Yes, because sometime last month, the former lawyer representing Mr. Simon in the court of law in the person of Ekpa submitted a file asking the Paijahame District Court to grant his client, Mr. Simon, bail. But the court came out and made a statement that if they grant Mr. Simon bail, he might somehow, some way, twat or ridicule the ongoing investigation by reaching out to other suspects or posting something on his social media platform. So we understand this very first requirement. But the second one, it's something that is highly insultive in nature. Yes. What is the second requirement or the second demand made by the Finnish authorities? Well, take a look at this. Mr. Simon was instructed through his lawyer that if he wants a bail and a tentative bail, that he must come out and make a public address using a Finnish media. Yes, Mr. Simon must come out using a Finnish press or a Finnish media and make a particular statement and a particular publication. So the question here is, what is that particular publication? Well, take a look at this. Simon must come out and talk or preach about one Nigeria. Yes, if Mr. Simon wants to receive full bail, he must come out on a live TV channel in Finland or a media house or outlet in Finland and preach and push the message of one Nigeria and unity in that press or that TV channel. Yes, this came as a shocker because nobody was expecting this particular requirement coming from the Finnish government. This feels and sounds like something the Nigerian government would have told the Finnish government to tell Mr. Simon to do before he will be granted bail. This doesn't make sense. You can't force somebody that doesn't want to talk about a particular topic. You can't force him to come on air on a live TV and preach about one Nigeria and how he wants to start supporting the One Nigeria movement. This feels like an insult to the whole of the USB citizens and his supporters because this doesn't make sense in any way, shape or form. You can't tell somebody to come out on a live TV channel and talk about a topic he has no interest in. So as you can see, this is the second requirement made by the Finnish authorities that Mr. Simon must meet. And that is not even all. Let's take a look at the third requirement. Well, this third one is about the sit-at-home in the southeastern region of Nigeria. The government of Finland are asking Mr. Simon to come on air and call off any form of sit-at-home in the southeast region. Yes, Mr. Simon, still using a media outlet in Finland, will come on air and publicly call off all forms of sit-at-home in any way, shape or form, in all ramifications in the southeastern region of Nigeria. This happens to be a very serious one, but I think this is not actually too serious when you look at it from a different point of view. This is something Simon can do. He can actually call off the sit-at-home in the southeastern region of Nigeria because that particular sit-at-home and that particular civil disobedience has affected the economy of the southeastern region of Nigeria immensely, and we need to call off this particular sit-at-home, and this is something Simon can do. Yes, it's something he can do, unlike coming out on air and saying that he wants a one Nigeria, he wants unity, he wants full cooperation in Nigeria and whatsoever. That's a topic Simon has no interest in. Moving on swiftly, let's take a look at the fourth requirement needed by the Paijahame District Court and the government of Finland. Yes, the fourth requirement is that Simon will occasionally visit and report himself to a closest police station domiciled in Sumi, Lati. Yes, this is actually very, very simple. That Simon must sign a document that states categorically that if he gets bail, he must report to a police station very, very close to his locality or very close to his home, which is actually something that I think he can do. He can actually report himself to a police station and sign every time he visits there. So what is the fifth requirement? Well, the fifth one here is travel restrictions. Yes, the government of Finland told Simon that if you want to receive bail, we are going to take your passport. Yes, we'll take your Finnish passport, we'll keep it in our custody, and you won't be able to travel or leave the country at your own will. You won't be able to leave Sumi Lati. You must stay within Lati and always report yourself to a police station nearest to him. This is coming from the government of Finland, and we are just only analyzing the reportage we've received. Yes. But then, what do we think about this whole requirement and listing? Well, some of the requirements actually make sense, like the one he has to report to the police station, the parts where his travel documents will be seized and kept in the Finnish custody. It makes total sense and absolute sense. But the parts where they said he has to talk about One Nigeria, he have to come on air on a live broadcast and tell the region, the southeastern region of Nigeria, that he, Simon, the leader of the USB movement, doesn't want the USB to exist anymore, but instead they should all collapse their structure and support the existing union. Well, this is highly insulting in nature, because you can't tell a man what to do. You can't condition a man's mindset to do something that he doesn't want to do at that particular point in time. You can't tell a man to come on air on a live TV and make statements contradictory to his own belief. Yes. So it's actually simple. If you want to grant this man bail, grant him an outright bail, and all these requirements of coming out on air and making statements that he doesn't believe in, it's not necessary at this point in time. This smells and feels like the government of Nigeria has somehow, some way, they have their hands in this particular listing made by the Finnish authorities and the Finnish government.
If you want to be noticed today in Nigeria, call yourself one thing. You can give yourself even Ibozurume when we were doing Ibozurume. Take one name now, just right, Simon Ekpa. You drag Simon Ekpa to Washington, you drag Simon Ekpa. Man, it may appear. If you want to advertise your organization, and you have been trying, and nobody is listening to you. If you want your organization to be published on Nigerian newspaper, write that Simon Ekpa, that you are taking Simon Ekpa to the highest court in the world. Man, you are going to appear on Vanguard. Just send it to Vanguard.
Yes, Simon Ekpa is not going anywhere. Simon Ekpa is not going anywhere. Simon Ekpa is not going anywhere.
So
Bianca has been defeated. Peter Mba has been nailed. Colonel Musa has met his Waterloo. Simon Ekpa isn't gonna go nowhere. It's going nowhere.
Submitting evidence against Simon Ekpa.
Thank you so much. Let me just give you, good light, some light, and better explanation on Simon Ekpa's issue with Nigeria, which started since the incarceration of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu 2021. That was when Nigerians began to get experience of the man from Ebonyi State by name Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa was not known, nobody in Nigerian political terrain before, until when Nnamdi Kanu was illegally abducted by Nigerian government from Nairobi, Kenya into Nigeria. Now we began to hear about Simon Ekpa Njoko. So what I'm trying to say is to throw light on how come this man came into the limelight, political limelight of Nigeria. Nnamdi Kanu was illegally renditioned from Nairobi by the then regime of Muhammad Buhari. Yeah, the Chief Justice of the Federation then, Tanko, the Attorney General of the Federation then, Abubakar Malami, and then the Minister of Information then, Lai Mohammed, Mr. Liar that tells lie from the axis of Kwara. He is from Kwara State. He's a liar. And he has now hidden under what? Where we don't know. We don't know where Lai Mohammed is staying now. Listen and listen good. They abducted Nnamdi Kanu illegally from Nairobi, Kenya, because he's an Igbo man. Listen and listen good. And Simon Ekpa was not happy about what is going on in Nigeria then. He came in to replace Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and actually he has done well. If not that Ekpa has come into the political limelight of Nigeria in that regard, Nnamdi Kanu would have been a gunman. They would have by him, disallowed him, unalived him, and they neutralized him. YouTube knows what I'm doing or what I'm saying. Even most of our viewers actually know that what I mean by pie is killing. Lime Ekpa, Samuel Ekpa now came in and actually studied everything that is going on in Igbo land and find out that Fulani oligarchy, Janjaweeds, Marudas, after Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's speculation, prediction, and prophecy that the Fulanis were about to take over the whole Nigeria using arms, AK-47, AK-49, pump action, invading various farmland, farm slums in Benue, in Anambra, in Plateau State, Kogi, Benue. Ekpa took it upon himself and make sure that he became, Biafran Prime Minister in exile. What do I mean? There's no how Finland will not tell me or will tell me or should tell me that they don't know that Ekpa is representing Igbo man in their country. Ekpa was our Prime Minister. And the Prime Minister, a president of any region, the security of that region is handed over to that Prime Minister or President to take care of. The Chief Security Officer of Igbo land from 2021, 2022, 2023, 4, 5 currently is Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko. So that's why he is our Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. No matter what happened in Igbo land, if bloody or not bloody, you shouldn't ask him why. He was doing good work to keep his people. Igbo land is his. We are all his subjects. The Fulanis are doing business, continuing from where bloody Ottoman and Fodio jihadists stopped in 18th century. Kidnapping and killing, introducing banditry, and brought down the Hausa locals, Hausa tribe in 1804. And that was how Hausa fell. And the Igbo man refused to fall. Hausa was brought down. Igala man refused to go down. Hausa was overcome, conquered, and subdued. Igala man, Igbo man, actually stood firm. That was Samuel Ekpa started his own what? What do I say? His own regime. What do I try to say? His own regime. Ekpa, his own era, Igbo land was over-secured. And I can tell you now that after putting him on house arrest in Finland, Igbos died in their large number. From last year, November, till date, we are in what? Month of April. Igbos died in their thousands. Fulani herders. They invaded all the communities in Samuel Ekpa's country home, Ebonyi State. Federal government of Nigeria has never done anything about it. Federal government of Nigeria were standing afar, watching to see how Igbo man will be what? Exterminated, extincted, and what? Removed out of existence in the southeastern Nigeria. But what happened was that Ekpa was in there. There are some leftover of Simon Ekpa forces that are still doing good work in Igbo land to sustain that land, that region. So what are we saying? There's no how Finland is going to extradite Ekpa. It is a lie. See, it is one of the many speculations. It is one of the many political heresy, political rumors, political ihenwa, hocus pocus, to put crisis, confusion, and commotion among the Southeasterners, among the South-South, among the Southwest. Samuel Ekpa will never, ever be extradited. It is a lie. Why? Finland has seen enough evidences why Samuel Ekpa shouldn't be renditioned from Finland into Nigeria. Renditioning Samuel Ekpa into Nigeria will amount to the same thing to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's rendition into Nigeria. They violated Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Are they about to violate Samuel Ekpa again? The whole earth will break into two. Because the whole Biafran veterans in America should come home. Let us have military confrontation with Federal Republic of Nigeria, because it has gotten out of hand. You keep on molesting, keep on marginalizing, keep on harassing, keep on exploiting Igbo man. Because why? Fulani comprises 75% of Nigerian military. They actually believe that Yoruba are not there, Igbos are not there, Yoruba are not there. That's why they are harassing, violating, raping our women. When the soldiers we have are fighting headers, Fulani headers, they fight with levity. they fight with mercy. They fight with that kind of weakness because the Fulani herders are their brothers. If you send the police or Nigerian military to go and confront the Fulani herders in the bush, you are a failure. They can't do anything. On getting to that place, they will change to their Fulani language, Fufudi. And other tribes among the soldiers, the Fulani tribes who are Nigerian soldiers, will be shooting from behind, disaliving Nigerian soldiers. Because they work hand in hand, they work hand with hand, line on the same line with Nigerian Fulani soldiers in our military. So that's why I'm telling you that Samonepa will never ever be rendition. We don't have such pact or military, treaty with Finland. There's no how it could be possible. It is one of the many political agenda going on in Nigeria. One of the many political rumors, speculations going on in Nigeria recently. It is impossible. Samonepa will never be rendition into Nigeria.